Oh hey, didn't see you there. Here we are at the scene of the crime from November 14th in 1842, where we have two footprints, one belonging to a Bauer and one belonging to a Francis Curran. We believe that neither of these footprints have actual relevance to the case, for both of these suspects were entering and leaving the facility daily. Now we'll proceed inside to the parlor where more evidence is found. And in here to the left, we have the murder weapon, also the hammer. We have found fingerprints from both the Henry Bauer and Anton Giesler, both farmhands for the Smiths at the time. And we also found the DNA and blood evidence from a Rebecca Smith, who was one of the victims in the double murder. Hello, welcome to the East Room, where the break-in occurred. Over here, we have the money chest that Alexander Smith kept his earnings in, and only his fingerprints were found on that. And then as we move over here to where the window is, there was broken glass, there was Giesler's blood and DNA on the floor, as well as on the broken glass from the window. And then as you progress outside to where the hatchet is, there was no evidence found on that, so we believe that it is rather irrelevant. And then we have also discovered Giesler's footprint found right outside the window. And here's where the double murder occurred, in the front room. Over across the room, we have the blood spatter from a high velocity hit to the head of a Mr. Alexander Smith. And to Exhibit R, we have the teacups that they were using that evening, and only Miss Abbott's prints were found. But that would be highly common considering she was the cleaner of the house. And at Exhibit S, where Jordan's taking pictures currently, is blood pool B from a Mr. Alexander Smith, who is partially in the fire and received third-degree burns from being fallen in that position in the fire burning. And then over to blood pool A, we have where Rebecca Smith was, and she also received a head trauma that evening from the murder weapon, which was the hammer. In conclusion, we believe that Anton Giesler, the new farmhand of the Smiths, is the murderer, based off of evidence found from his DNA on the East Room window, the East Room floor, the footprint found outside the East Room window, and the fingerprints found on the murder weapon used to kill both Mr. and Mrs. Smith. He had the means because he worked on the farm every day. He had the motive because he had a disagreement with his employers that evening over tea, and he could not speak English very well. Therefore, he could not convey his point very well, and he had the opportunity because he was having tea with the victims that evening.